Alright, hello everybody. Welcome back to Invasion Vision. And I'm your host, Parsnips. Let me move the mic a little bit closer to me. We're finally making some progress in Elden Ring. So while I was gone, I looked around a little bit and found a few grave sites. So we're gonna be exploring more of the world and leveling up, so that way we can fight that first boss. So let's see, where am I? Okay, so yeah, we got the gray site down here, and we got the gray site over here. We opened up this area, got a few gray sites over there, counted some bears. That was pretty cool. I killed a bear. So we're gonna keep going, and I think this is the whole map. I'm not sure, but we're gonna keep going down this way. See what we can find here. So just make sure I'm heading in the right direction. Oh, okay. I just accidentally marked a couple places on my map, but who cares? Alright. Guess we're gonna be heading like this way. So today, I'm going to be talking. Oh, looks like a fight's going on here. Watch this go down. Pretty epic right here. But, so anyway, I'm working on my show, World War Zionicus. If I haven't told you about it, it's basically a show where an elite society and then basically the regular society clash against each other, and allies are formed with other countries. There's a lot of world building, a lot of things going on. I have a very long Word document I haven't finished yet about the world building, so it'll be very cool, and I'd like to have spin-off shows about like different things, because there's just so much to explore in that show that doesn't get explored quite as much. So yeah, it just feels like its own authentic world, and my goal is to help people get involved in it, and entertained by the whole thing. So that's my goal, and honestly, I mean, so for me, as a screenwriter, there's a couple things I want to look out for. One of those things being I look at a lot of inspiration, and so when I think of inspiration, I think of like the characters and what we want the characters' design to look like, what we want the aesthetic of the whole show to be, what we want the style to be like, because that's a very important part of animation. Um, and then we also want to look at like the characters themselves. There's a lot of rules in writing where show don't tell, so we don't want to necessarily tell the audience that they have some characteristic or trait. We want to show it through their actions. That makes it more entertaining. And then another thing I'm looking to do is to make the action like very good, or not just and not just the action. Trying to see like what else I've kind of done. I think the dialogue is really important. The interaction, not just the characters, but the interaction between characters is very important in building up their personality. So that'll be very interesting to see different characters of different kinds interacting with each other, because I feel like that's something like a lot of shows miss. They usually focus on moving the plot forward more than the character interactions, and I think there's a way to balance both things. So that's something I'm really looking to explore in my show. I think the show has a little bit of a slow start. While the series does have action in it, the first episode does not. And it's just two characters, the two main characters in it, and like their like interactions with each other, and so it's a slow start, but then it quickly builds up from there as we meet more characters and the show gets going more. So it should be interesting to see just how the show builds up. So I tried to change the first episode because like I wanted more action and stuff like that, but I think it is a good standalone episode, and I think even though like the argument might be a little bit long, I think it's important for the story, and it makes sense. So now I'm gonna go kill these guys. But yeah, so I worked, originally the show I came up with based off of Arcane, the League of Legends. I've never played League of Legends in my life. I saw my sister play it, and it looked really, really complicated. And so I just never bothered playing it, because, it looked too complicated. But I watched Arcane because I saw it on the TV when my sister's husband was playing it when we were over at their apartment. I was like, wow, this looks really good. And lo and behold, it was really good. So I was like, this kind of reminds me of like a post-apocalyptic world. And then like I thought, like, what if like villains were in charge? Like, what if like the villains won and were like with that same aesthetic of like, cool, fighting stuff. What if the villains like were like in charge of like kind of the countries? And I was like, how cool would that be? So I figured, you know, why not try to do that? So I called the show Sinister. I have the first copy of the first episode. I actually wrote episode 2 and 3. I can post that on my Buy Me a Coffee page, link in the Twitch bio. And yeah, so it was, yeah, I wrote episode 2 and 3, and I did not like it. And that was the first, episode 1 of Sinister was the first episode I ever pitched to the director. And I realized that I didn't like it a lot, but that wasn't even that good, to be honest. But yeah, it's on my Wattpad. I'll leave a link in the description. So, my Wattpad, I posted it on, and basically the whole idea was that this woman, oh, look at that, he's excited. This woman killed, like, originally it was supposed to be her, originally it was supposed to be like a stranger, but, you know, she, like, you know, got close to him, and then, like, you know, they had some sexy times while he was cheating on his wife, and then, you know, they started to, and then she wanted the powerful position of, eventually becoming president and taking over the world so that way it can be in an anarchy. And I changed it to her adopted father, and adopted mother, who, she killed. And this was Alika. There was no Elora. Elora was added to the newest version of the show. Instead, it was Alika who was the one who had the identity disorder. Her real father raping her. And Alika was the one who was kind of, she was evil. I mean, and the problem with that is that I didn't want people with DID to, like, associate, like, you know, that with violent tendencies, because that's just not true. So I was like, well, now I need to change this to make it look better. So I basically changed the show so that way, I changed the show so that way eventually I called the show Parallel after that. Like, after the version of, like, I talked about, you know, her, she, like, being a villain. I figured, what if, you know, she was a good guy and we just completely changed the premise. Because it just wasn't working the way that it was. We didn't know why she was doing what she was doing, and the fact that she was doing it, like, just because, you know, wasn't good enough. So I changed it and I named the show Parallel. And this is where it gets confusing. In the show, Meldwing was the bad guy. And she was not from Meldwing. She was just a person who had lost her memory, and she's from, there was, like, this was different planets, so there's a lot of planets and stuff, so she was, like, you know, she lost her memory after being transported through a wormhole. Wormholes are the way to get around in the universe, but they make you lose your memory and all your belongings, unless you have, like, specialized gear, which she did not. And so she was uh, like placed on this planet and very injured, and she, let's see, let me see if I can find it and read it, because I know I have it somewhere. But it was. I'll explain why I didn't think it worked. Um, I don't know if I have it like somewhere. Um, yeah, I don't. That's weird. I feel like I should have it. Oh, here it is. It was called Bathed in Blood, the first episode. And so she wakes up in these ruins. Uh, it's in Albart, so this is but at this point, you know, it was a different kind of like layout of the map, um, and so let's see. Let me pause it here. Um, so she basically, is in these in this desert at night, completely naked, and this magician encounters her and helps her try to figure stuff out, and uh, I yeah, and so then she's saved by this superhero, um, and they're like, "Oh, you are Alika Barnes. You are, or no, wait, you are Alika Fersher. You have, you're a noble here in Albart." And they're like, "Oh yeah, I recognize you now. You are that noble. You're the noble who helps the poor and stuff. One of the good nobles." And so she gets treated, and before her wife gets mentioned, that Alika has a wife. Alika was always supposed to be a lesbian. It wasn't just oh, let me get the gays to me now. Alika was always supposed to be a lesbian, except for in one of the versions that I made. But it was an alternate version of Alika's, because in this one, she has no memory, and she gets kidnapped by the president wants to have her for some reason, and the superheroes are like, no, the president is bad, you don't want to get involved with him, and then the guy who's working for the president slaughters all the superheroes because he has superpowers, he's overpowered, and then at the end it is revealed that there's an Alika with green hair that looks identical to her, and that is Alika for sure. So then, who is this other Alika? Is she a clone? Is she what is she exactly? And the thing is that and so that creates a confusion, and the answer to that is that there's time travel in this show, and that but time travel doesn't change anything in the future when you go back. It just creates a branching timeline, and so Alikas from different timelines were traveling over each other, to kind of, you know, like some of them were good guys, some of them were bad guys working for Meldwing. Some of them had no memory. You know, this one had no memory, the main one, and then there was the Alucard that was in charge of, you know, a noble in Albart. So that was that there was time travel and like a bunch of different alternate versions of each other, and then there was space stuff. So I figured that's too complicated, that's too much to follow, let me keep this in one planet. So I took all the planets and I made them into countries in this version, and then I tried that time travel thing again, and it just, I don't remember what it was that, like, it wasn't working for me, but it was, I think it was just, I don't know, it just wasn't like really grabbing. I think it was too complicated, and it involved knowing too much, and then also I think the superpowers were taking away from like the original message that I wanted to convey, which is I don't remember what the original message was that I wanted to convey, but I knew that I wanted this to be a show of meaning, not just, you know, mindless fighting. And I felt like by creating like superpowers and stuff like that, I was taking away from what I wanted the show to mean to me. And so I was like, let me start over, but I want to keep the Meldwing, you know, as the elite society, and this time I want Meldwing to not be the bad guy. I don't want there to be a bad guy. And I don't know if I got that idea from somewhere, but I think from Fire Emblem Three Houses, when I saw that like you could play different stories and like see their side of the like point of view, and then the Three Hopes did the same thing. You would get their points of views and learn more about them, and I thought that was really cool. But I tabled that for aside until this came out. And I just knew that like I wanted to. And then I realized, what if I display the fact that like Warbad, basically, and took like things like Graveyard of the Fireflies, and just like and Schindler's List, and you know, other war movies, and just see how horrid they are, because usually they're told from the side of the winners, and I wanted there to be no winners. I wanted there to be no winners. What the shit? What is that? Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, alright, I'm gonna get up. I need to find another way across. Get behind the wall. Who's the one firing it? Oh shit. Okay. Oh, not the girlfriend. I think I got rid of like a lot of like um, of my stuff from the second version of the show with the time travel. Originally, there wasn't time travel. There was just like space travel and like a bunch of versions of Alaka that were like the smartest people alive. Um, and they were like some of them had one of them had superpowers. One of them, you know, did this. And, like they were just from different planets. And like the like science behind it was that um, uh, Alaka um, like you know all the origins of life like started the same for like every planet. Like they were like you know that's how life like works. Like it began the same pretty much. And so like yeah, maybe they evolved a little bit differently, but like they all started from the same point. So somebody was bound to look like Alaka. So I started a little back here. Um, so yeah, that was my like reason for like why they looked the same, why they spoke similar languages. Um, so that was yeah. I don't know. Watch us go down. Hey, whoa, whoa, whoa! I was looking at my phone, man. Man, that wasn't cool. Why didn't you go kill him? Hey. Ouch. Give me your best shot. Yeah, so that is the history of my show making. If you are interested in hearing more, you can become a member or buy me a pizza at buymeacoffee.com. My link is in my description. I'd be really appreciative of that. Ooh, giant tortuga. Is this a camper? There's stuff. Break one of those guys. Look at them, they roll. Yeah. What level am I now? I'm still level 9? Are you shitting me? I guess we'll just explore. Holy shit. Alright, we're back. I don't really want to fight two crabs already. Hey, chill, crab, chill. Also, I need rune fragments to level up. Dang, I need like 811? Are you shitting me? That's whack. Nope, I don't want to fight you. And do y'all even give rune fragments? It's in the DS. Yeah.
Were you playing on the DS?
No.
Why'd you put that?
Oh, what's hitting me?
Are you streaming it?
Yeah. Can you not hear by me talking? Hey, stop making him work. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. On my horse. Give me a second. Oh. Gotta be sneaky about this. That's right, keep going. Where'd the other guy go? Yeah, he's doing that. What the heck? He has perfect aim. Alright, chill. Can just Lily? Bro, chill. Bro, chill. Oh man. I was doing so well when I wasn't streaming, and now I'm not doing so well. That's probably because I'm trying to first. Who's the one shooting things at me? I think it's you up there. Okay. I see you. I see you up there. Prick. Oh my god. There's two of them. Two of them. I don't have any arrows. Can I get arrows? No. No. No, leave me alone. Oh my god, he's still following me. I knew I should have lost him. Please don't tell me he's climbing up the hill. Oh my god, he is. He's climbing up the hill. No. Oh, I fell. Okay. still not anywhere near strong enough. I'm holding 0 runes. Oh shit. I lost all of them. Great, now I gotta go pick them all up again. This game sucks. I need the arrows. How do I get arrows? I don't even get how this game won Game of the Year. Where's the lore? Thank you guys for killing each other. Did any of you have rune fragments? Oh, look at that. I guess they did. Alright, I need to pick up my old rune fragments. Can I cut this down? That's not pretty. Hey, you guys did this? Can I take his weapon? No, I want it. I don't want a dagger, I want bow. No, glowing skull, get back here. I guess let's just kill these guys again. Alright, well, I'm gonna end the stream right here. Thank you for nobody who watched and nobody who ever will watch. Very nice.